If you take Metoprolol, Atenolol, or any heart medication ending in olol, every step you take with that fitness tracker on your wrist could be leading you toward a cardiac event you'll never see coming. What if I told you that the very device you trust to keep you safe, that expensive Apple Watch, that Fitbit your kids bought you, that heart rate monitor your doctor recommended, is giving you readings that could be off by 30 to 50 beats per minute? And worse, what if I told you that this silent miscalculation is causing thousands of seniors to push their hearts into dangerous territory while believing they're in the safe zone? I'm not here to scare you away from exercise. I'm here to save you from a mistake that's happening in gyms, walking tracks, and living rooms across America every single day. As a cardiac specialist who has treated too many seniors rush to the ER after routine workouts, I need you to understand something your doctor probably never explained. Your heart medication has fundamentally changed how your body responds to exercise, but nobody told your fitness tracker. Before we dive in, if you're taking any heart medication and haven't subscribed yet, please hit that button now. This information could save your life, and I want to make sure you never miss content that could protect your heart. Let me paint you a picture that might sound familiar. Margaret, a 68-year-old grandmother, started taking Metoprolol 6 months ago for high blood pressure. Her doctor told her exercise was important, so she bought a fitness tracker and began walking every morning. She felt proud watching her heart rate stay in that fat-burning zone, usually around 110 to 120 beats per minute. She thought she was being so careful, so smart. 3 weeks later, Margaret collapsed during her usual route. Here's what nobody told Margaret, and what nobody has probably told you. Beta blockers like Metoprolol, Atenolol, and Propranolol don't just lower your resting heart rate, they fundamentally alter how your heart responds to physical stress. These medications can reduce your maximum heart rate during exercise by 30 to 35 beats per minute. That means when Margaret's tracker showed 120, her unmedicated heart would have been racing at 150 or higher. She was in cardiac distress, but her tracker was telling her she was safe. The most terrifying part: Margaret felt fine. Beta blockers mask the early warning signs your body gives you when you're pushing too hard. No racing heart, no pounding pulse, just the quiet strain of a heart working beyond its medicated capacity while you remain completely unaware. Every fitness device on the market, from the cheapest step counter to the most expensive smartwatch, uses the same flawed formula for seniors on heart medication. They calculate your target heart rate zones based on age alone, completely ignoring the fact that your medication has rewritten your cardiovascular rules. I've seen it over and over in my practice. Seniors proudly showing me their workout data, pointing to heart rates that look perfectly normal on their devices, while their EKGs tell a completely different story. What they don't realize is that their 130 beats per minute could actually represent a heart working at 85 to 90% capacity instead of the 60 to 70% their tracker suggests. Here's the medical reality your fitness tracker doesn't understand. Beta blockers block the effects of adrenaline on your heart. During exercise, when your body naturally releases adrenaline to increase heart rate and blood flow, your medication prevents your heart from responding normally. So while your muscles are screaming for more oxygen, your heart rate barely budges. The result? You exercise longer, push harder, and stress your cardiovascular system far beyond safe limits while your tracker congratulates you on staying in the moderate zone. Sarah, 72, had been on Atenolol for 2 years when she started water aerobics. She loved how she could exercise for 45 minutes without feeling winded or getting that racing heart sensation she remembered from her younger days. She thought the medication was making her stronger. It wasn't. It was making her vulnerable. When you're not on heart medication, your body has a sophisticated alarm system. Heart rate increases, you feel breathless, you get lightheaded. These are signals telling you to slow down. But beta blockers don't just lower your heart rate, they muffle these crucial warning signs. Sarah's heart was working at dangerous levels for weeks, but she felt calm, steady, even energized. The medication was blocking the adrenaline that would normally make her feel the strain. By the time she experienced chest discomfort, her heart had already been overworked for months. The medical term for this is mass cardiac stress. And it's one of the most underdiagnosed dangers facing active seniors on heart medication. Your heart could be crying for help while your brain receives messages that everything is fine. As we age, our hearts naturally become less efficient. The muscle stiffens, the arteries narrow, and the electrical system that controls rhythm becomes more fragile. Now add medication that fundamentally alters how your heart responds to stress, and you've created what I call the perfect storm of silent cardiac risk. I've treated seniors who were walking 10,000 steps daily, hitting their fitness tracker goals, feeling proud of their dedication, while their hearts were developing what we call silent ischemia. This is when your heart muscle isn't getting enough oxygen during exercise, but because the medication masks the symptoms, you never feel the chest pain or shortness of breath that would normally warn you. Robert, a 69-year-old retired teacher, came to me after 3 months of successful exercise. His fitness tracker showed consistent workouts, steady heart rates, impressive step counts. But his stress tests revealed significant cardiac stress that had been building for months. His propranolol had been allowing him to exercise far beyond his heart's actual capacity. The heartbreaking part? Robert was exercising because he wanted to be healthy, to live longer, to be there for his grandchildren. But nobody had told him that his heart medication required a completely different approach to fitness monitoring. Here's what your doctor should have told you when they prescribed your beta blocker. Throw out everything you know about traditional heart rate zones. Your medicated heart needs a completely different approach. Instead of relying on heart rate, you need to use what we call the rate of perceived exertion scale. This is where you rate how hard you feel you're working on a scale of 1 to 10. For seniors on beta blockers, you should never exercise above a 6. That feeling of somewhat hard, but still able to carry on a conversation. Here are the new rules for your medicated heart. The talk test. If you can't speak in complete sentences during exercise, you're working too hard, regardless of what your tracker says. The recovery test. Your breathing should return to normal within 5 minutes of stopping exercise. If it takes longer, you've pushed beyond your safe zone. The morning check. Take your resting heart rate each morning. If it's 10 beats higher than normal, your heart is still recovering from previous exercise and needs rest. Most importantly, you need to subtract 10 to 15 beats per minute from any target heart rate zone recommended by fitness devices or generic exercise programs. If you're still watching and this information is helping you understand your medication better, please comment "Safe Heart" below so I know you're taking your heart health seriously. If you've made it this far, I want to speak to you not just as a cardiologist, but as someone who has sat with too many families in hospital waiting rooms, explaining why their loved one collapsed during what should have been a healthy activity. The tragedy isn't that seniors are exercising, it's that they're exercising blind. Your heart medication is one of the most important tools protecting your cardiovascular health, but it fundamentally changes how your body communicates with you during physical activity. And somehow, in all the conversations about pills and dosages and side effects, nobody mentions that your relationship with exercise has to change too. I've seen the guilt in seniors' eyes when they think they've failed at staying healthy. But you haven't failed, the system has failed you. You deserve to know that your Metoprolol requires different exercise rules. You deserve to understand that your fitness tracker can't read the effects of Atenolol. You deserve to exercise safely, confidently, and effectively. Your heart has carried you through decades of life. It deserves to be protected, not pushed beyond limits it can no longer safely handle. There is no medal for exercising through masked cardiac stress, only the quiet satisfaction of moving your body in harmony with your medication, your age, and your unique cardiovascular needs. Starting today, I want you to make your heart a promise. You will never again blindly trust a fitness device that doesn't know about your medication. You will learn to listen to your body's new language, the subtle signals that beta blockers allow through. You don't need to stop exercising. You need to start exercising smarter. Walking is still wonderful, just walk at a pace where you can easily chat with a friend. Swimming is still beneficial, just don't push to breathless exhaustion. Gentle resistance training can still build strength, just focus on how the effort feels, not what your tracker displays. The goal isn't to avoid all exertion, it's to avoid the silent, masked exertion that your medication hides from your awareness. If you take Metoprolol, Atenolol, Propranolol, or any beta blocker, please share this video with others who might be making the same dangerous mistake. Your share could save someone's life. And remember, your heart doesn't need you to be a fitness warrior. It needs you to be a wise guardian of the body that's carried you this far. Take your next workout slowly, mindfully, and with your heart's new reality in mind. If this video helped you understand your heart medication better, please leave a comment with "Safe Heart." I read every single one, and your feedback helps me create content that truly serves your health needs. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss heart protective information designed specifically for seniors managing their health with wisdom, not just willpower. Your heart has been faithful to you for decades. Now it's time to be faithful to it.